Hello, and thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Friday, May the 13th edition of our video devotionals. Thank you so much for joining us. We call this Faithful Friday, and God has been faithful to us. Just looking back at this week alone, God has been very, very faithful to us, and let's be faithful to Him, okay? Well, it is the end of another work week and school week, and hopefully you've had a good week. Then you've got the weekend here. Maybe you can do the things you want to do, need to do, just plain rest, but be in church on Sunday if at all possible. And then, of course, as we're getting about toward we're getting close to the halfway part of the year, just kind of decide, whatever the things you want to accomplish for God. Look at the calendar and say, I've got this day. I've got calendars here in my office. I've actually got three that I'm looking at, and one of them was one of my grandmother's that she actually made, kind of a homemade calendar where you slip the tiles out and slip them back in depending on the month and the day and all that. But at any rate, kind of look at a day and say, what can I accomplish today? And this is the day the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, but do the things that you can do today. You may not have tomorrow, as far as, our life could end at any time. And so whatever things you need to do, want to do for God, then be mindful of each day. And I think that's important. Well, we're going to be in 2 Chronicles chapter 24 today, just two verses 15 and 16. Try to be a blessing today and try to help you again. Thank you for all who watch. Thank you for all that acknowledge and make any responses whatsoever. Okay, so 2 Chronicles 24:15 says, But Jehoiada waxed old and was full of days when he died, and 130 years old was he when he died. And they buried him in the city of David among the kings, because he had done good in Israel, both toward God and toward his house. Kind of a long story, but Jehoiada the priest was in a rescue situation, and there was this one young boy that was supposed to be king. I think he was only 8 years old. He became king, but he was protected. And Jehoiada, as a priest, did a lot of things to kind of organize an army and make sure the coronation of the king went down, and he would be protected. And so Jehoiada was a great man. He was a priest. And the simple point I want to make today, really, with the reading here is this. The kings were buried in a certain place because they were kings, with the respect and the honor and all that went with that. But here's a man by the name of Jehoiada, that they buried him in the city of David among the kings, because he had done something extraordinarily above and beyond the call of duty, really. He was a man that actually made a king become king in the human sense, because of all that he was involved in. And there was a lot to the story. If you get a chance to read it, read about Jehoiada. But at any rate, I guess the practical side of that is this. I believe that there's things we're supposed to do. The Bible speaks about our duty. And then, as we think about job descriptions, you think about things we're supposed to do as a Christian, and even on the secular side of things, it's always great when someone says, you know what, it's not my job, but I'm gonna do this anyway, or I want to make a special effort, or I want to do something that's it's a heartfelt, it's something that needs to be done that maybe no one else would do, or can do, or should do. But at any rate, Jehoiada was a priest. He was not a king. He made sure that in the human sense, God used him to bring a king to the throne, and a lot of things were involved there. And when he died, he received an honor that was really bestowed only to the kings, but he received it because of all that he did do. So I guess the practical side is, may you and I do some things that would be above and beyond. And sometimes you're in a situation where you say, you know what, I'm looking around, maybe it is someone else's responsibility, but I'm going to do it because it's a job that should be done, and it's going to forward some things that's good and right for God and for the benefit of other people. And I think that's a good attitude to have. So as you think about life, and sometimes it's just something that just you're in a situation and it happens suddenly. Then sometimes you sit back and you say, you know what, there's certain things that's not being done, and I'm gonna try to facilitate that. I'm gonna try to do that. It might be at your church, might be in your family, might be for someone else, but whatever it is, here's a man that received great honor because he did good in Israel, and he did something that was unusual for his day, and certainly unusual for his position, but he did it. So let's be that kind of people, going above and beyond our duty, and making things happen that's going to benefit people and benefit the cause of God. Well, we're at the 5-minute mark. We're going to let you go today. We're going to see you on Monday, Magnificent Monday, and we'll get back into the Bible. And again, we'll be at the end of 2 Chronicles, and hopefully you have a great weekend, a great Sunday. Hope you're safe and healthy and blessed, and we'll see you on Monday.